Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 58. It's all clear on Spain and Austria after the last video from Part 57, so now let's get ready to go and enter to have the first part conclusion in Italy circuit experience. After having a good check on Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, and Red Bull Ring, but now it'll have to take two racetracks specifically to be located in the country of Italy across Europe. There's Autodromo Nazionale Monza and Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Alright, so maybe I should probably have to take a good look and preview. So looks to me because 5 sectors including a 1-lap attack by using the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3 ever since from Gran Turismo Sports. But now the car number 135 is now being appeared once again for the second time in GT7. Mostly the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 is now being listed and going participate for having the same circuit experience, but mostly because no event will take place after clear from menu book number 39, as I'm about to be set and planned on part 64 will be coming up soon. But after all, because same sectors goes in to have some different earnings by coming in for having a high valuable earning. Speaking of which, total amount by using the full course to be dropping in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 that has a good combo amount in 600,000 credits. 5 sectors and a 1-lap attack, and this time it'll have to be much more known corners when racing in the Monza circuit goes by the counting in 11. So overlay is about to be set up by 50 seconds to let you know, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the description down below whenever you're welcome at any time. So let's get ready to go, and here we have 5 sectors are now coming in to be on a goal objective. Sector 1 that has 20.3 seconds, Sector 2 24 seconds, Sector 3 19.7 seconds, Sector 4 is now being currently to be marked on 16.7 seconds, and then goes enter to be at Sector 5 19.1 seconds, and a total amount to be on the goal by around in 1 minute 50 seconds that will be having a very good under time amount will be doing the main objective. So here I go, and this one is going to be the first sector. We'll be facing up on turn number 1 and 2 at the Barriere del Ritobio. Well, it might be quite very hard to pronounce, so that should be a very first part of the chicane as I'm about to be entered. So let's give it a go and have the first 2 turns. We'll be pull the brake at number 1 at the turn. Okay, gonna have to slow down. Early brake as the main option. Watch the apex. Keep a good foot on the gas. Going exit on turn 2. And that's where it's on sector 2 to be at the Curva Grande. 20.112 seconds. Not bad. Not so very bad after all. But it'll have to be much more flying patient as we're about to go enter for having a second chicane when we're stopping at turn number 4 and 5. Let's have the example on the replay to see how one Group 3 car is absolutely to go down to do some main basic. See what I mean? One part of the chicane in turn number 1 and 2 by having a good total amount in 20 seconds depends on each part of the decimal will go for the goal. So that's one replay check. Gonna have to save it and go proceed as well after clear on number 4 in the France ranking. Next up is sector 2. Turn number 3 is going to be a marking position to be at the Curva Grande before coming in to be at turn number 4 and 5, which is the second chicane is going to be known as the Barriere della Loggia. Now let's go. I hope the first and second turn is about to go for the formation rolling start as the countdown will go begin. Now go entered on turn 3. Keep a good speed and be on the lookout when you're stopping at turn number 4. But here it is. Pull the brake. Gonna have to go earlier, and much to be careful to have the second chicane and go towards to be at the finish line without getting avoided into the sand trap. Otherwise, silver medal that you might gonna have to go again for attempt number 2. So there goes again. Gonna have to step it up and gonna have to go hard for having attempt number 2. Just gonna have to do a quick study, so you'll have to be sure to have the inside position when you're on turn 3 before coming in onto the 4th and 5th turn. Just like that, and then you'll have to make one simple stop without getting caught in the sand trap without getting disqualified. Record by the update, 23.686 seconds. Very good. Just like taking first and second turn in the Variante del Repertorio. Just gonna have to save the 3rd sector on the replay, but number 2 is now going check and clear, as sector 3 will be take place to be at turn number 6 and 7 at the Gr.B Lesmo. 19.7 seconds. Let's give it a go, and quickly as possible to have the main turns will go by the inside of the apexes. Here comes turn 6. Better be careful, because going outside without getting caught in a trap, that what might ends up to be going again for attempt number 2 as the example. But after all, because mastering turn 6 and 7 in the Gr.B Lesmo is a very tricky corner in the Monza circuit. Just gonna have to keep a good foot on the gas, stay stationary, and here comes turn 7 on the way. Okay, well, it turns out that silver level is now being cleared on number 3 of the sector. 19.892 seconds. It's very hard and very challenging when you're facing at the Gr.B Lesmo is a very tricky situation. Gonna have to go for attempt number 3. Just like that, and go early brake, but watch yourself, because I just barely took a hit on the barrier. That caused a 4th attempt that I might gonna have to go again. Don't get too scared, because just gonna have to find a perfect line when you're gonna have to face up on turn 6 and 7 to do some main basic. There we go. Step on the apex, go through on turn 7, sprint to the finish. Clock is ticking. Now that's how you should probably have to do on the Gr.B Lesmo. We'll have to go quicker and do some quick braking. We'll have to do a main record by exactly, for example, in 19.535 seconds in the goal. 2 more sectors to go, and just gonna have to skip a replay just to be sure to have one demonstration, as I'm about to be sharing some replay from my diary log. Next up is sector 4. This part of the corner to stop at turn number 8 through 10 is the Variante Ascari. This one is a very good, excellent piece of cake, as we're about to go proceed enter at the end of the 2nd sector before going in onto sector 3. But we're almost there. Just gonna have to stop and gonna have to be mastered onto the 4th part of the sector after taking on the Cuba Power Bosia. So here I go. Let's give it a go and master the Ascari. Proved to be basic, just to have a piece of cake and make your way onto the finish line. And that's how you should probably have to master the Ascari corner when you're at turn number 8 to 10. Better be sure to build your own strategy when facing a different opponent, just like racing in the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup, for example. So number 4 of the sector is clear. Almost there to be at the Cuba Power Bosia to be at turn number 11 as the final corner. Sector 4 replay saved. Now, gonna have to go proceed on to number 5 of the sector. 19.1 seconds, and this is where turn 11 is gonna be at the final corner. So here I go. Gonna have to be ready and do a quick preparation as I'm about to go enter to be at the starting position. keep a good foot on the gas, stay steady, and go at the main position just like where the ghost car is about to follow me. Alright, very good, much to be cleared, and good to be average. 18.926 seconds. Very good job to be mastered on turn 11 is a very good excellent hairpin to go right. But in the meantime, because for only one course for having a 1-lap attack, be sure to go master to have 2 chicanes including Gr.B on turn 6 and 7. Until that, the Ascari on turn number 8 to 10 will be doing the main part and go quicker to do the upper hand. Just hang on 1 second, I'm just gonna have to do a double check. Sector 5 replay saved, so here I go. Let's beat the time in 1 minute, 50 seconds to be on the gold. Let's get it on and pass this test to be driving for having a good roll as a super license. Gonna have to give everything what I got. Gonna have to be patient and much more confident to be tested. Here comes the first chicane on turn 1 and 2. Watch your step, don't get off the track, and gonna have to make one good opening before exit on turn number 2. Gr.B and Gr.1 is on turn 3. Gonna have to keep going and make a good usage on the straightaway to be on the right turn by the corner. Here it comes, first sector clear. Now go for the second chicane on turn number 4 and 5 without getting caught in the sand trap when you're stepping on the apex. But better watch yourself, turn 6 and 7 might be a very hard one. Keep a good foot on the gas, make sure to improve your time because 1 lap per challenge is all about having your main objective, so you might gonna have to get yourself into the gold. Here comes the Ascari on turn number 8. Time to go entered. Proceed on to turn 9 and stop at turn 10. Very good job. Going straight. Make your focus to be at Cuba Power Bosia on turn 11. Just like that, find a perfect line and be sure to have the apexes whenever you might have to take a good look. Alright, very good. I have cleared a gold lap attack in 1 minute, 47.886 seconds. Truly on the course and a very good Magnifico for having a one excellent proud Italian racing circuit to be placed in the Monza, Italy location. Very fantastic, but I hope I could probably have to put up with some nice taste of pizza for tomorrow dinner. But after all, because Monza circuit ever since from the update from GT Sport as part of the January 2018. So very good to be at number 2 in the France ranking, but very magnificent and very good job to have 600,000 credits will go for the combination. 60,000 GT credits is now being earned. 12.9 driving marathon for today, earning all bronze and gold. Perfect. Very perfect after I just took a free time and a lap time challenge to be at the No Chicane in Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya to be on the Grand Prix layout. But of course, because I just took 2 Group 3 race car ever since I've been using with the Subaru BRZ GT300 for only 7 laps and the Porsche 911 RSR with the same UDRS Insportec livery for only 1 lap and goes for having a tough risk. So let's go to be at Lake Maggiore circuit. Full course is now going on the way for only next 5 sectors including a 1 lap attack. 800,000 credits in all gold and 160,000 in all bronze with the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3 car. Here I go, gonna have to be ready up and be sure to have this good image on the track. We'll have to go example by having 17 turns between left and right. But after all, because many changes is now being appeared in Gran Turismo 7 is now putting up to have the east and the west end section of the track. very much more fine additional to be turned out from 3 different courses into 5 separate pieces of the layout. Here we have the first sector is now going check on the gold is 29.9 seconds, which is almost to be at 30 seconds. On to sector 2, 13.4 seconds is now currently to have this part of the east end. And there goes the third sector that has 20.2 seconds before going in to be on the west section on 13 seconds in sector 4. By going up the hill to be on the hillside hairpin to be at sector 5 is now going near at 40 seconds, which is 39.9 seconds, as we're about to have a 1 lap attack by under 2 minutes. 1 minute 58.5 seconds is very challenging to go hard and master every part of the sector between on elevations. Now, by having the main part of the turn, so there's turn 1, turn 2, going in onto turn 3, and then gonna have to stop at turn number 4. Okay, gonna have to make sure to do the map and go separate to have a very good strategy. We'll do some multiple times amount. So let's get it on, and gonna have to stop at the 90-degree angle in the first turn. Coming in onto turn 2, be sure to make a good usage on the inside before coming out and then proceed onto turn 3. Just like that, and then stop at turn number 4 to go right. Okay, well, maybe at least to have a 30-second time limit is going to be a very tough to handle that you end up into silver. But you might gonna have to step it up and master the first sector to go hard for the gold. Gonna have to try this again, folks. Just gonna have to try this again and gonna have to go perfection to be at the first turn. Okay, there you go. Now going clear on turn 2. Going hard lap at turn 3. Gonna have to hurry up. And there you go. Almost there by having a 1 seconds to be adding up with 802 seconds in around 29 seconds in the gold. New record and going to be well achieved. Well, I can't say because putting up a new fresh recording, so I could probably have to be on the lookout on any interruption for only 2 or 3 seconds by having some skipping parts. But earlier to be as I mentioned because it already happened since the last video. But it was alright. It also to be happening all the time whenever it might need to do a new set of the video recording session. So let's go on to sector 2 after taking turn number 4 will be take place to go at turn number 5 is going to be the main part of the session to be at the finish line. Each session is now going at the end. So let's find out, and gonna have to go mastered in 13.4 seconds on the goal. I kinda think about this part of the corner is very tough to handle, but I will have to make sure to see how the main push and advantage is gonna have to do this part of the racing scheme. But after that, because the number 2 sector is now being checked and confirmed on the gold in 13.203 seconds. Not so bad after all. Just gonna have to be sure to master on turn number 5 is absolutely to find a perfect line to come up with a creative strategy to face many opponents between the inside or outside, because give or take, just gonna have to be sure to have the inside of the apex will have to find your perfect direction. Just like that, in that replay, we'll have to do this example that you might gonna have to build your own strategy. So there you go on sector 2 replay. Now here comes the third sector that we're about to go enter for this part of the tricky corners. So after taking turn 5 before going proceed onto turn 6, 7, 8, 9 through 10, and then stop at turn 11 before going proceed at the 400 meter straight. 20.2 seconds, here I come, and gonna have to go harder to be master on this part of the tricky turn. Just going to steep up and just gonna have to go roll where the apex is. One solid tarmac, could probably have to buy some time. Just going to do one attempt for doing a test example. Not even close. 20.211 seconds on the silver. Gonna have to try this again for attempt number 2. It was so close, but very challenging to have the dirt sector is going to be very tricky. Just going to steep in. Now going enter to have the next turn. Okay, looks like my ghost car is now going behind. Gonna have to keep focusing up ahead. Okay, there we go. 20.72 seconds is now confirmed on the new record. Very good job to have Sector 3 cleared on the second attempt. Just going to skip the replay, save it, and then moving on in Sector 4. For Sector 4, when you're taking on the 400 meter straightaway to be going up the hill and then going down to have this hairpin to be on the right side corner, so gonna have to be sure to have this focusing objective by 13 seconds until you'll be reaching the finish line before moving on in Sector 5 of this part of the circuit experience. So let's give it a try, and gonna have to go for only one quick example to see how one Alfa Romeo to be mastered onto the hillside right corner hairpin. So here it comes. Just going to be sure to have the inside apex. We'll make one push. And there you go. Almost to be at 13 seconds. But gold record by 12.948 seconds is now being achieved to be as a hillside hairpin corner expert. Excellent job. Now, gonna have to skip the replay before gonna have to go proceed on to Sector 5. As the final sector in Autodrome Lago Maggiore to be on the full course layout, turn 17 is going to be the last part of the corner after taking turn 16, 15, 14, and then just going to go proceed on to turn 13 after taking turn 12. But in the meantime, because turn 11 at the hillside right hairpin is absolutely to be as a suitable landmark since Gran Turismo Sport released from 2017. But it'll have to be much more challenging to go hill climbing before going down the hill at the final corner. So let's do it for attempt number 1 in the 5th sector. Just going to pull the brake lightly and then let the ghost car will give it a go. Okay, looks like gonna have to take turn 14, stopping, and then going on to turn 16. Gonna have to go by the counting, and then turn 17 is absolutely will be served as the final corner. We'll be driving down the hill. Okay, 40.1 seconds ends up in the silver that you might need to hesitate. Just going to go faster and be quicker to go up the hill when you're taking Sector 5 in circuit experience. Just going to be sure to have the inside apex. We'll have to find your line. Okay, there you go. Not easy as a pie, but just going to go a little bit average to be on the medium difficulty on the effort. Almost there. Reach turn 17. Stay on the line of the track. Almost there at the finish line. Okay, correction, and very good to be achieved in gold in 39.598 seconds in Sector 5. Almost there, folks, but I'll have to be sure that 2 race courses in this part of the video segment before coming up in part 2 of the Italy circuit experience. So here I go, 1 lap attack, and going faster to avoid having over 2 minutes. Let's give everything all I got and master the track in Lago Maggiore. Here comes the first turn. Gonna have to go dive in. Stop at turn number 2 at the small hairpin. Keep a good right. Push on in to be at turn number 3. Very good. Now for turn number 4. Stay focused on the ghost car, and we'll be on our way to get gold. Okay, here it comes. Take turn 5 and enter sector 2. Better be sure, try not to lose a grip. Here comes the tricky part of the corner before coming in onto turn 6 and 7. Just like that, and then you'll have to go inside apexes to pull the gas and step it up and go proceed to be stopping at turn number 10. 400-meter run. Up I go, and turn 11 will be stopped at the hillside hairpin. Fast move, and gonna have to go proceed on number 5 of the sector after we've been working so hard. Okay, just like that. Here comes sector 4. Gonna have to be sure to save it for the best. Turn 14. Now for turn 15. Turn right, and then going steep left on turn 16, and then turn 17 at the final corner will go down the hill. Sprint to the finish. Time's ticking, and I had to keep an eye out. Alright, looks like I did it, you guys. Mastered 1 lap attack in Autodrome Lago Maggiore in the full course layout. 1 minute, 57.514 seconds. Very good job and truly owned the course. So, it turns out that expert control of the throttle and brakes to accomplish to have a fast, successful lap when driving any kinds of different specific vehicles such as road car or racing car category. But this replay might have to give a good example when driving in the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3 race car with a card number 135 with a GT Sport variation ever since. So you see, this is how mastering Lago Maggiore into the Grand Prix track is very much more putting up with some changes in Gran Turismo 7. But very good job to see how Polybri Digital just putting up with some new additional courses is now being putting up to have end sessions onto the east and the west. So this one is absolutely to have the East Park District onto the track. Coming in and proceed onto the next sector. Take turn number 1 when you're at the east end. But very good choice to see how the elevation and adding up with some more spaces on the asphalt to avoid any disqualification or getting off the track. So that's how you might gonna have to be stopped at turn 11 to make your push and go advantage to be on the inside when you're at the hillside hairpin. But after all, because gonna have to take much more steeper hill to be on the west session at the end before currently to be moving on in sector 3 before entered on sector 4. So you might gonna have to try turn 14 and 15 for example, that you might gonna have to stop at turn 16 before going down at the final corner in number 17 of the turn. So there you go. Follow the apex and make a good suitable direction to increase your speed, improvement, and having some throttle and brakes to accomplish your main objective to have a gold record. But by the way folks, because very good job to see how the second time onto the new course since GT Sport is a very good moment to this day. Time to exit out. And looks like some accomplished earnings is now being placed on 60,000 GT credits before coming in to have some high earnings. But at least to have a 3-star roulette ticket is now being earned as a driving marathon. 160,000 credits is now being earned in all bronze, and gold to be at 800,000. Successful and much more fun, fantastic. Okay, looks like Lago Maggiore and Monza circuit is now being checked and complete. So I hope part 59 will be coming up to have 2 courses in the same location in Sardegna with the windmills on the dirt and the road track itself by the letter A. But I can't wait to see how things are about to get smoothly out there after being uploaded from part 57. But it'll have to take time because stopping at part 63 will be at the National Ilbe at the Nürburgring. Gonna have to be sure to stop at the GT garage and receive to have 3 earnings onto the roulette ticket. But after all, because 1 6-star and a 5-star roulette ticket is now being available. Gonna have to be sure and choose 1 Gr.B at a time. So let's go and have a 3-star. Okay, well, turns out for only 1 low rarity for having 5,000 GT credits. Gonna take it, and gonna have to go proceed for having a 5-star roulette ticket. Now, let's see which prize should I get, but this time, it'll have to take 1 pick between 2 cars or 3 kinds of a high valuable earning. But speaking of which, I'll have to take that for only 1 GT credits to be at 100,000. Okay, very good. 6-star roulette ticket. Show me something. Give me 1 best chance of luck. Ital Design Exenio Vision GT or GT by Citroen. Maybe not, but I'll have to take that for having a 500,000 GT credits will be my perfect guess. Okay, looks like 14 million credits with 318,169. Okay, look. Alright folks, let's wrap this up before at the end of the video. First part of Italy circuit experience is now being checked on part 1, and then part 2 will be coming up in part 59. Will be ready to go in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed watching Gran Turismo 7. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.